What is going on, y'all? We're back. Little pre-recorded recording of the biggest board draft. $100 entry, 3 max. Let's jump in. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Finding Value Fantasy. Like I said at the top, we're going to be doing a $100 single, 3 max entry tournament. Chase and JJ on the cards for me. I will grab. Let's get JJ. Obviously, he may be going down the board a bit, but I think that anytime you get JJ at this price, I'm going to take that. Obviously, Chase is honestly, I feel like I'm splitting hairs between the two right now, so I'm fine with taking JJ. And if the market is gonna be off JJ slightly, I'm gonna take advantage of that. Even if we don't know the quarterback situation, all that stuff. I just think he's just in a great spot to do what he does. He's the best receiver in football. So getting the best receiver in football at wide receiver 3 feels good, even if the quarterback position isn't solidified. But we'll have to see. But no, I'm excited for just to see how this goes. $100 single entry, $100 3 max. I keep saying single entry. I do want that. Hopefully there is some $50 single entries on Underdog, but having a 3 max this early is pretty awesome. And yeah, it'll be fun to track this one along the way. Very small tournament. 1,600 entrants, 20K to first, 34 seed final, 4 out of 12, 2 out of 8, 2 out of 8. So very, very reasonable. 25% chance to advance every round. So you got 33% in the first round. Yeah, I mean, should be interesting. Hopefully this one could get through. Looks like it's a min cash. You get your buy-in back if you advance. So not too bad. But I mean, I guess you can really start thinking about and split hairs and be like, oh, is Minnesota going to be competitive down the stretch? I don't think you really need to worry about all that stuff, because in that case, you just wouldn't draft players on bad teams. It's a little bit different with NBA, where NBA will most common, very commonly tank. But in this situation, I feel like they're always playing down the stretch no matter what. As long as they're not really hurt, and JJ had a hurt season last year, I'll bet against that happening again this year. And Chase was banged up too, so I mean, yeah, I think they're both just awesome picks there. So in this case, I wanted to go JJ, but I mean, you catch me tomorrow, I might pick Chase in that same spot. I'm not super convicted on both of those guys, but I like Jefferson, and I want to have some fun with this one. And it's not like I'm reaching to grab Olave in the first round or something, so not too concerned about it. This will definitely be a running back for a receiver for me, unless I can get Achan to come here. Achan, JJ seems pretty nice. So that's a possibility. I'm gonna attack that. Achan's gone. Okay, so one thing to note about this tournament is that it opened recently. I think last week. So we don't have to worry about people getting pick 100 Trey McBride. Have to worry about people getting Barkley 2 rounds later. So I'm not too concerned with it. But I need to make sure I'm cognizant of that, where I'm thinking about what tournament that I'm in, and not just willy-nilly clicking without actually thinking what the downside risk is and with some of these guys. So I'll go Ayuk. But there's just, I don't want to sit here and just click not avoid players that moved up the draft board when I realized that this tournament is time boxed. So that's something to keep in mind. Whereas you might want to avoid hammering Trey McBride in the big board. This is completely a different tournament. No one has pick 100 Trey McBride. And also the tournament's been out for a while, so just a lot of stuff had changed. So But yeah, I've been hawking these rooms trying to find one that would open up for me to get in. I joined this one like I think 15-20 minutes ago, and then it filled up pretty quick. So it's nice. I've been trying to get one done. Now I finally got it, so I can get these recordings out for you guys, and then yeah, more content down the pipeline. April, probably mid to late April will be when I start ramping up a bit again. And once May hits, we're back in best ball summer, best ball mania time. So should be an absolute grand old time. So here we're looking at a pretty interesting pocket. I'm not opposed to getting any of these, Olave, Samuel, Rice, Diggs, Moore, but we'll see who's available. I'm pretty high on Waddle here too. So we'll see who's available. Looks like there'll be a good pocket here of receivers. DJ Moore is currently falling a bit. I'm not sure where he should fall, but it's interesting. I don't mind making a consolidated bet on San Fran here, like at all. Like I actually really like that. Yeah, that makes sense in the tournament like this. Bet on an offense that is going to score points. There's a chance that IU gets traded. I mean, who knows? But this team's going to score points. They're going to be efficient. I kind of like leaning into that a little bit with this kind of build. So I'll run that and hopefully I can get Purdy stacked up later in here. Yeah, this is when I probably look for my first running back. If I can get one of these guys, I'm pretty happy. I just don't I'm not too big on Pacheco right now. I think they're going to bring someone else in. It's just kind of a gross range. But I like Etienne and Jacobs a lot. I just don't know if I'll be able to get them. So I might be stuck in this range of Aaron Jones. I like Aaron Jones, Ramondre, Pollard's fine. Najee's fine. There's a good range down here, but right here is kind of gross range for me. Oh wow, Henry goes at 33 here. It's been an absolutely just wicked off season of trades and movements. We'll unpack a lot of stuff throughout the season, but it's just crazy just to think about how much the landscape has changed already. It's incredible, man. It's really, really crazy stuff. Yeah, I doubt I'll get Jacobs or Etienne to fall back to me. I just don't see that world happening. And there they both go. How many running backs does this guy have? 4 running backs. Oof. Love when people starve the beast at quarterback or running back. Safe to say that guy will be in a rough shape at a QB though. This is a nice start though. Like Puka, Garrett Wilson, Olave, and Lamar feels pretty nice. I don't really think this combo is probably very frequented. So that's a nice starting receiver core there. Detroit double. Yeah, I think this just makes sense to go to consolidated bet on this team. I'm all for tacking on Kittle and Purdy, and I even be down to tack on Elijah Mitchell on this one. So would be fine with that. That is one thing I wanted to try to focus on more is even if they're undervalued or valued at a high rate, taking a full team bet is pretty interesting. Bet on the Chiefs, bet on the Packers, bet on the Ravens, whatever team you want to use. I think there's just a lot of value in that specifically. Got McBride here. Let's go T. Let's go T Higgins. I think that kind of makes a little more sense. I went off Chase. Maybe it's I'm not saying it'll be more of a Chase or more of a Higgins year than Chase, obviously, but there's a world where JJ ends up being the better pick at that range, and then might get Higgins later that kind of matches or gets close to what Chase does. That's interesting, at least. So if I'm wrapping around here at pick 68 is when I can probably grab Kittle. So 53, I either go running back or I think I'm just going to be 0 RB here at this point. Kind of already set myself up for that. So let's grab another. I mean, I can grab Mahomes. I don't hate that going Mahomes and Purdy. Or going a tight end like Andrews. But I kind of want Pickens. I don't have a lot of Pickens. I think he's in a good spot. Anyone. Christian Kirk looks great too. I've been hammering him too. But I might get Pickens here. I think that's a fun pick. We could even pair him with like Justin Fields late, or I don't think Russ is draftable really with the field stuff. It's hard to say. I mean, you're probably getting a pretty extreme discount on Russ, right? Yeah. I mean, I think maybe like if you really want to take the Pittsburgh quarterback, you just grab Fields and Russ because they're both free. I don't know if that's like a stupid way to play, but I don't think it's like awful. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping there, but we know Pickens is talented. We've seen it. He made actually some pretty large strides last year. He might be the focal point of that passing attack. So I don't mind taking Pickens, and you're not really taking him much farther than he was last year. I believe he was going around like in this range last year. If I remember, I think Pickens was like in the 60s and Deontay was in the 80s, maybe. I'm not 100% certain. Zay is also a great pick here too. But I will have to I need to stop a receiver for a bit after this, and then we'll be focusing on other positions a bit more. I also could go Mahomes and grab that value here. I don't really have any stack with him yet. Hollywood goes at 70. I'm not going to be able to get him. Let's go George Pickens. I was close to grabbing Terry there, but I do want to give Pickens a go. It's not a guy I draft a lot of, and I don't really. I think that's a leak in my game. And I missed out on his massive spike week last year, so there's a chance where he does that again. I think it's just something that I can't be too biased. I like Terry. I like Jaden Reed. I like Flowers in that range. Rome. Like, I need to take some Pickens. It's okay to take Pickens. So, yeah, fun start so far. Obviously, hammering receiver as per usual, but I think this could really open up well for us here because we're going to be looking at our quarterback soon. And a nice pocket of receivers, like a really nice pocket of running backs with these Pittsburgh guys. And Pollard's fine, Ramondre's fine. I like Montgomery. Even like Aaron Jones is not bad. These kind of guys I'm off, but with the money they gave Mixon, probably going to be a value again this year, and we always kind of let him be a value. So maybe I'll give him some more looks this year. Yeah, this looks like a fun tournament. I mean, it's good advance rates. So fingers crossed we got a sweat for this one late in the season, up in January. A little bit of a ways away, but that's what it's all about here. And just drafting is so much fun, man. Just can't really go wrong with it. It's a blast. So Stroud goes to the Nico guy. This guy's a nice little team brewing. Stroud, Nico, Laporta, Gibbs, and Keenan Allen. Not bad. Check on the Olave guy. Oh, this isn't him. It's a different guy with the orange. There he is. Jaden Reed. Oh, he's just scooping up the value. Okay. I do like Lamar at that price. Seems good. So yeah, really Kittle and Purdy make this team, like, essentially. So I'd be getting Purdy at like pick 101. That's what I would probably take him. The thing about Purdy is you don't need him. You don't need him. Like, he's not a requirement by any means, but I will take him at 101 if he's there, but I'm not going to force it just because I have the pass catchers. I can benefit from that. I don't need Purdy. I don't need it at all, but I would prefer to have him for sure. So this guy's got A-Rich, and his first receiver is Marquise Brown. Not bad. This is tough. Who's going to be my first running back in this build? Here's Kyle Pitts. Yeah, Kittle at pick 70s, awesome. So I hope he gets there. This guy has Kelsey Andrews. Wow, that's interesting. Ridley still on the board. We got Addison on the board. We got Brian Thomas on the board still. Let's change up this beat a bit. There. Let's get that one. That one. All right. Fingers crossed we get Kittle here. Damn. Tough scenes. That sucks. It's brutal, man. That's brutal. We don't like that at all. You don't need Kittle, bro. You don't even need him. I've been willing to take Brock Bowers. Mixon goes. Give me Aaron Jones here. Wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, but I think this makes sense here. Now I'm kind of like backdooring like a McCarthy stack, or even if it doesn't work out there, like I'm still in good shape. But this will be a 3 quarterback build for sure if I'm going to go McCarthy here. Still don't mind taking Purdy. I think he's completely fine with this build. Really, what I'm concerned with now is trying to figure out tight end. There's some guys I like late, but it's going to get a little hairy quickly. So Mayer's one of my favorites back there. I think Musgrave's great. Henry's fine. We got Jonnu. I mean, we have there's pieces back here that makes sense, but it's not pretty. So I'm definitely going to want to get one of these guys in this range. I think I'll take Brock. I've been pretty heavy on Brock Bowers this year. Should have a pretty smooth transition to the NFL, so I'm fine taking him when I can. Obviously, we don't know his landing spot, but seems likely he'll be used in a pass catching role in some capacity. So Kyler's awesome pick in this range too. Don't hate grabbing Kyler and like stacking with like Michael Wilson or something late. So unfortunate. I really wanted to get my Kittle there, but it's fine. Yeah, I think I take Bauer. I need an earlier tight end, I think. And I'll probably end up with 3. Is this 20 rounder? It is. Okay. Probably should have checked that before, but I mean I kind of build similarly regardless, but I just wanted to make sure that I'm not allocating for like 2 extra rounds when there isn't. All right, I'll get Brock Bowers here. Ingram is certainly like a safer pick, but I don't have any ties to Jacksonville, so I'm fine just going this way. This could kind of work out in a way, like maybe he lands on the Bengals and I kind of end up with like a double Cincy. That can happen very, very feasibly. So I like what I did there. So the hope here is that I can get a share of either Warren or Najee at 92 to kind of go with my Pittsburgh bet. But I mean, I like Javonte at his price and Tajay at his price are pretty interesting. So if I don't get that, I probably will roll Javonte. If I can't get these 4, it's probably where I'm at here. I think both the Pittsburgh guys are awesome this year. I think they're both great. That offense should be solid. Say what you want about Arthur Smith. He can run the ball well. They have a good scheme for running, and Pittsburgh already was a good running team, so I assume they can probably, have some sort of like pseudo AJ Brown type thing, where obviously Pickens isn't AJ Brown, but kind of where the run game is successful, continues to be successful, and then they open up big plays in the pass game. I think that's something that is very possible, and all you need with Pickens is a big play, and he's gone. So This guy's got such a strange build. I would love to keep track of this one. I just can't see that working out very well for him, but more power to him. Sucks because I kind of wanted some of these running backs, but yeah, hopefully we can get Warren. Like I'm fine with any of these guys at price, but I prefer Warren or Javonte personally. Okay, so we have a 50-50 of getting the guys we want here. Warren's like a smack. Like Warren's like, I'm very happy with Warren here, so hopefully I can get him. Come on, let me get Warren here. Yeah, so the hope is we get Warren here, and then we can get our quarterback. Freaking dang it, man. Yeah, we need to grab Javonte. I think Javonte could just be like, I mean, Javonte is just a high risk, high reward play. Like, he could legit be dust. Like, he comes in next year. McLaughlin's already passed him. Like, it could be really bad. But he was back way earlier than we expected last year. No one expected him to play early, and he ended up playing like in the preseason, which is wild. So there's a world where he's like back to full health and full strength, and you can find some value into that pick. But would have loved Jalen Warren there. Like I truly felt much better about Warren or Najee there. It just sucks we got sniped right there. It's all right though. Now I just gotta hope we get Purdy. Chris Watson's still here. Or they went at 94 here. Oh wait, what's happening here? There we go. Demir White, Herbert, Purdy. Golly, man. You guys are killing me. Man, that's just straight brutal, bro. Oh, it's no fun. Okay. We're gonna lock up Caleb here. Not having him stacked kind of sucks, but it's fine. I mean, I could stack him with Komet still. I mean, is Everett really there to like be a secondary tight end? I don't know. I don't really know what they want to do with that, but I'm happy to like stack him with Roshan and Komet, just kind of have a weird stack there. I don't mind playing that. Obviously, we don't know if he's 100% going there, but I think it makes sense. This might be the rookie draft, which is kind of scary, but I don't. I'm not really afraid of that. I think I think most of these rookies are going to start from day one, quarterback wise at least. Trey Benson, Jonathan Brooks, some of my top picks in this range too. If I do go the Jonathan Brooks route, I'm gonna I need to make sure I have enough firepower as well. So just so I don't end up behind at running back, but there's a lot of guys I'm eyeballing here. Gonna definitely be scooping rookies here. Elijah Mitchell makes a ton of sense on this team. Just got sniped on stuff, like really unfortunately. Like I just don't really expect like this guy to take. I mean, he has CMC. I just don't really expect this guy to go Allen Purdy, which is kind of strange to me. Same with the Kittle pick, which is fine. He needed an elite tight end, but it just didn't. Sorry about that. Just doesn't make sense for me, at least. But hey, I'm not gonna gripe about it. So we could probably get Chase Brown or Jonathan Brooks or Moss. I'll take Chase Brown if he's here. If not, I'm going Brooks. And I feel good with that as well. It's crazy. The timelines on these ACL injuries is just wicked. Like it's just they're back quick, man. It's kind of hard to believe the way those things work now. This like sets up perfectly for me to just go no receivers until late and just kind of focus on my weak spots, which is right now running back, quarterback, tight end. Which is not that weak, but it's weaker for sure. My receivers look really strong right now. Tons of upside. So I feel really, really strong with that. So I want to build up my positions a bit more. Come on, man. Let me get one thing I want. And I'm not committed to have Komet on this team, but I will take him if he's like an option for me. Come on, bro. Let me get Chase Brown, please. Thank goodness. Finally. Finally, this guy lets me do something I want. Yeah, I think Moss and Moss and Brown are just awesome picks right now. I think they're both like valuable. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to get JJ, Aaron Jones, and Addison, which was kind of a appealing thought for me, but not really something I'm dying to get. Yeah, like I'm slam dunking Jonathan Brooks if I get him here, and I'll feel really, really strong here. Not sure if the room will give it to me, but I would. Gus Edwards. Gus Edwards is going at pick 128. Holy moly, I did not know that. This guy's got a nice stack up for his team, though. I like that. Much more stacked than I am. He's got the triple Buffalo. He's got CMC to Purdy. Stealing my San Francisco stack, man. So he has 5 running backs. Surely you're taking something else here, right? Unstack Atlanta. Okay. I'm slam dunking Brooks there. Yeah, I feel great about that. So that's awesome. So I have a good cover here for Brooks for if he starts out of the gate slow, maybe 2 months, maybe like a month into the season, he's not really playing much and he's getting healthy. I feel really strong about that. So that's awesome. Like I said, still going at 3 quarterback build. May is in a range here that I like. So I'm very much interested in him there. Elijah's coming up soon. We got a nice range of running backs here again. But yeah, that's fun. I didn't realize Gus Edwards got 120. I feel like that's, I don't know. They're grabbing another running back for sure, right? So I don't know. I don't know what the Chargers are doing. They're getting rid of all their receivers, saying, "No, we don't need receivers. We have Justin Herbert. We'd rather just have running backs." So Komet goes, so that's gone. I don't think it's worth grabbing. It's definitely not worth grabbing Everett. I don't think that makes any sense. Like in a 4 tight end build, it makes sense, I guess. I mean, there's a world, but I'm not really. 2-year deal, 12 million. Like, Komet got a bag, dude. So I don't know. Foreman's not even on the Bears anymore. Yeah, I'd probably just go Roshan and just call it good there and just say, like, hey, Caleb Williams is good. I couldn't get his receivers. Like, that's fine. You know, in hindsight, obviously, like, if I could just go back and just grab DJ Moore, then that'd be cool. But, like, it's not how it works. So it made sense, like, with my build to go the double San Fran, and I just didn't get the run out I wanted. So it's all right. Yeah, I'm just going to reach on my QB here and secure him. I'm going to keep on running up the running backs here. I'll go Drake May at 140. I mean, is it silly to do this? Like, I could be screwing myself if like it doesn't work out, but I'd like to think that between JJ, Drake May, Williams, that 2 of them are either going to start out of the gate or maybe even all 3, and I'll be fine at quarterback. It might be rough in the beginning, but I would like to think that Caleb's going to have enough like juice to play well early. And maybe that just was like a nut combo for me. So definitely a unique build that I don't prefer. Like I would have loved to have like Purdy to anchor down with like May and Williams or just May and someone else, like it just makes more sense. But you can't get everything you want in these rooms. So we got my boy Roshan coming up. 149. Yeah, I gotta get I'm reaching on Mayer here if I can. I need to get that second tight end locked up that I feel good about, and I feel pretty strong about him as well. So I'm going to snag him next pick, and then we could kind of see what the room gives us in terms of these rookie running backs. If any of them end up falling to us, I'd be happy with Roshan as like a consolation prize back the other way. So, and then I'll just be able to hammer rookie receivers late and just have them be like my late pop. Because I'm in my first 5 picks for receivers, so I'm pretty strong there. And if you just look at the names there, like you got like 15 to 20 points every game there, and then you got the spike weeks of 30 here and there throughout the season. So feels strong there for the most part. Obviously, they'll have down weeks, injury can happen, but I'm gonna bulk up that room like in a big way soon. So. And hey, if Fields falls far enough, I would be willing to take him with like my pick and stack as like a late back stack. But as long as I don't get sniped on what I want here, I'm fine. All right, beautiful. Let's just go on the unstacked Rodgers. Okay, so yeah, give me Mayer. I think that's just a great pick. I think he's still undervalued. He showed some life late in the season last year, and yeah, he feels good. Feels like a good pick there. It feels like a 3 tight end room. I'll say that for sure. Feels like a 3 tight end room, but I'm already running 3 quarterbacks, so we'll have to decide how I want to deal with that. But my one concern with this team is like I'm not gonna get much clean. I'm not gonna get a lot of clean stacks. Well, I could. Like I'm like gonna have to get lucky to get the clean stacks that I want. Like I need JJ to land on Minnesota and I'll have a clean stack there. But I'm just not really getting the stacks I want. Not even close to it. So that is a little concerning, but not like the nail in the coffin or anything. Like I feel fine about this. Still, I'm curious if Washington's gonna end up grabbing Washington's going to grab May, or it's going to go to the Pats. I'm kind of happy with any landing spot there, but I'd prefer Washington for him just for the stacking element of it. But I have grabbed a lot of Douglas to stack with my May and May/Daniels. I commonly get them like both, and I just grab one of like McLaurin or Demario Douglas, so I can make sure that I secure the stack there. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, everyone. Thanks for watching. If you're watching this after I'm done with it, I know this isn't a live stream, but thanks for hanging out through the whole video here, and hopefully this is a good content, and at least you can look back at it throughout the season and see if this team is just bad or it ends up having some legs. So hopefully the latter. Ideally, the goal of these is to have like something to look back on down the road, and we can kind of see some teams that had some nice life to them. And I think it'll be fun to really look back on those teams down the road. Yeah, so this just makes too much sense to go Elijah Mitchell here. I already made a big bet on San Fran. I think it makes sense to just tack on a nice piece like him there, and then I could start hammering my like rookie receivers and that kind of build. If I can't get Mitchell, I don't mind growing Douglas either as a potential Drake May stack. But I prefer to just like scoop up a bunch of like rookies here. Like there's a lot of rookies down here that I'm a fan of. Can we get that guy? Is he on here? Oh, they didn't put him in here. Wow. I thought they were going to put him in. They put him in the rookies and sophomores, but they didn't put him in the new big board. Interesting. Figured they would. I just thought it makes sense to, but I'm not going to. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, where's Fields gonna fall? Like, if I can get him a pick at the end of the draft, I'll snag him. But otherwise, he's not really worth a pick for me. Got Ricky Pearsall. Who else do we have here? Jermaine Burton's a good one there. So we're coming up on a lot of the receivers I like grabbing up. Jalen McMillan looks good. It's kind of where Thrash is all right. There's a couple other like later guys down here that have had some nice combine scores that I looked at a bit. Emmanuel Sanders is down there. Wow. Imagine that. So I'll go Elijah Mitchell here. Yep. So that puts us at 6 running backs. I feel pretty strong about that bunch, honestly. It feels really strong. We have guys that have rolls out of the gates, 3 at least. We have upside bet here as the 2, super upside bet, and then a massive contingency value there. So probably need a little more juice there, like maybe 1 or 2. But like I said, I did bolster my receivers early, so that makes it kind of like I'm playing with just like I like doing this. I would have preferred maybe running back early instead of like maybe Pickens or something. Like I was hoping maybe I'd get a Jacobs for one of these guys, or like or maybe like sprinkled like a Warren in before Javonte. I like him a bit more, but I think what I'm building here makes a ton of sense, and this is like a really strong way to build because there's a big range of running backs that are pretty viable after round 5. And you can get your receiving core ready to go. And you probably don't want to tack on too many there because then you're kind of wasting the value of those like late upside rookie bets where you might just be getting a guy that like, sure, maybe we get some solid weeks out of Jacoby Myers. But like, why do I need Jacoby Myers when I have these 4 guys, right? Or those 5 already? So kind of my thought process there. All right, so I think I scoop JJ and just be done after this, or scoop Devontae Walker maybe. Yeah, I don't want to lose out on my quarterback situation because it's kind of important for me to make sure I lock this up. So I'm gonna do that. Make sure that if there's a world where Minnesota ends up going up to 4, I have him locked up with my JJ and Aaron Jones, which feels good. Obviously not my favorite like situation I have here, but it's not awful at all. I think Tucker Raff's a good late round bet. I think I could just stop here at tight end. It's not great though. It's not really where I want it to be by any means, but is Noah Fant a good pick again? I can't take Waller on this team. I could go Great Dulcich. Tommy Tremble. I think Tommy Tremble's good on like a Bryce Young stack. Otherwise, I don't think he's worth the pick. But yeah, let's keep looking at these receivers a bit. We got Jermaine Burton here. Some other people I had on my list over here. We had another guy I kind of like. I got some speed with Anthony Gold. Bub Means. Some very interesting names down here. Missing out. I was hoping to get Trey Benson on this team too. Some of my favorite guys back there too. But yeah, I'm really surprised they didn't add him to the player pool. I figured they would have just to like kind of, I don't know. Well, I'll have him in Best Ball Mania, I'm sure. Yeah, this is rookie receiver season. Yeah, it kind of just makes sense. Like I have these guys that are like solid. I need to get the rookie upside now. So I have a guy I want here, obviously. So hopefully he will be a guy that falls to me. He's got an awesome name. Okay, so Russ goes here. stacked up a bit. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people aren't really stacking their teams much, which doesn't really matter. But like, I definitely am making team bets, which feels good. To make like team bets. So I have a bet on San Francisco. I got a bet on Minnesota. I have bet on Cincinnati. So that's fun. Definitely fun. I was going to have a good little bet on another team, but I missed out on a couple pieces I wanted there. But Chicago, I guess I was going to have a couple pieces, but didn't really come to fruition. Yeah, I don't really see a benefit to going Tyler Scott, so I don't think I'm going to go that route. Lots of good stuff about McMillan. Hyatt's also another favorite pick of mine too in this range. So what are the Pats going to do? Are they going to take? Are they taking? They're obviously taking a quarterback, I think, but do we see them as a potential suitor for another like 2 receivers, or like how good is KJ out? Like, this is just such a gross, like Kendrick Bourne, Demario Douglas, and Osborne. I think there's some value to be found, like it with whatever, but I think there's gotta be a rookie coming in here. Like, there'll be a quarterback and then also a rookie coming in for sure. Like, there's no doubt, no doubt that's gonna happen. I'd be very shocked if they don't roll out someone else to help out that room a bit, because that is barren. It's worse than the Chargers room. And I'm a Douglas guy. I like Demario Douglas from last year, but man, that is rough. See who Johnny Wilson is. No, I can see Johnny Wilson. Yeah. But I really like, I kind of take, I take every draft relatively serious, but I like when the stakes are a bit higher like this. And $100 is no like small amount for most people, I don't think. So I think it's just a very strong like indication of like how rooms are going to lurk when people like put this type of money online. So it's interesting. I'm very excited for this kind of build. Oof. Okay. Give me McMillan, and then I need a running back. I don't know who I want. I've like been a fan of the Michael Carter stuff. They seem pretty likely to pull another guy up though. So Lob went too. I didn't even get Lob. Damn. Yeah, it's kind of just really bad back here. Like, I don't mind Emmanuel Wilson. Eric Ray makes some sense. I mean, who's the Giants? Who would they sign? Did they sign anyone yet? Oh, they have Singletary, right? And I completely forgot that. That one escaped me. I'm pretty on top of most of it, but that one really escaped my mind completely. I forgot he even was playing. This guy's was on Atlanta, I think. Yeah, probably gets a little too thin down here. I mean, I'm sure one of these guys will be relevant. Like, one of these people are going to be relevant this year. Who it's going to be, yeah. Who knows? But someone down there is going to be relevant. So it's hard, man. I mean, Zeke's going to find a spot, right? It's really gross, but I don't think it's awful to go Zeke. Well, he's gone. Okay, well, there goes that idea. I think Michael Carter makes a ton of sense. Like, I feel like he's actually like not bad. Like, I don't know if they're gonna grab another running back. I don't know, but I think Michael Carter makes sense. So I'm gonna grab him as probably my last running back. We got to pick 19 and 20 here, and then we go one more receiver late. We can either make that a rookie or another running back. I mean, Brock Bowers, depending on landing spot, feels like he's probably fine. I'm gonna need him to come out of the gate pretty quick though, or I need Mayer to emerge earlier. I might be really behind at tight end. I feel like late in the season, I feel pretty strong about that because I think Brock Bowers should be fully integrated into an offense by then. But it's a little scary for sure. It's not really a little bit worrisome in my opinion. Just like kind of thinking that through. Not enough rookie running back power for my liking, but I think it makes sense. Given, I mean, to be fair, like in this draft class, like there's probably only 4 rookies that are going to make it in. Like, I don't know, I'm just spitballing here, but compared to last year, there's probably not going to be as much rookie impact in terms of the running back position. Whereas like receiver, there could be some like across the board, like crazy stuff going on. So maybe that does make sense. Devontae Parker is on Philly. I mean, here we could go Kendrick Bourne. Like he was solid last year. I mean, Kendrick Bourne makes sense just for like the potential stack. Well, he's gone now. So now I'm actually not taking anyone. Like I'm not taking KJ Osborne. Yeah, I think I just take another rookie and hope he banks onto that team. Did Josh Reynolds get cut? What happened? Wow. Missed that. I would be surprised if he doesn't end up being a value. I'd be very surprised if he doesn't end up being a value because they have Zay, Andrews, Bateman, and like that's it. That would be that guy might become a big value. Some speed with Cowing. Slayton's also another guy I've liked a lot. Like I think he makes a ton of sense. More so, I prefer him on like Daniel Jones builds, but I think he's like a good late pick, just a guy that you know is gonna get you at least one usable week, if not more. Yeah, like, there's just no way they don't pick up another running back. Like if I want to hammer this guy, it seems like it would make sense, but like these are the type of guys that just get like screwed by another dude showing up. Wraps up football career, but he's here at 239.7. Was there like news about him like coming back or something? Why is he so high? All right then. Ooh. That would be like not bad. Like this, the DPJ and Cleef Raymond makes a ton of sense for Detroit stacks now. They both make a ton of sense now. I'm gonna go Thrash just for a rookie bet, just because I kind of know what I have here. So I got 3 rookie stabs here. Definitely some really interesting builds. I'd be curious to see like if those like come to fruition. If I like look back on the ones I didn't really enjoy and see if they end up dominating or they end up being rough. But we'll find out, I guess. I like my build. A couple things I didn't like is my quarterback position. Obviously, would have loved to have like a Purdy in there instead. Running back feels solid. I feel like I have enough there. And then I feel awesome at receiver, of course. And then tight end, I'm very queasy with. I mean, Kittle would have really put the bow on this one, but there's a world where Bowers ends up being more consistent than Kittle, and it might be like a blessing there. Because Kittle obviously is like a guy that's going to score you 20 points or he's scoring you 5 points. Like that's kind of what his MO is. So as long as Mayer can emerge and be like a solid tight end 2 there, I think this makes a ton of sense as a team because I went 5 quarterbacks actually. Wow. All right. But yeah, I mean, we'll keep an eye on it. Obviously, I'll keep you guys updated if I advance and how the other teams are looking in this. But great draft. Very, very, very happy about it. I kind of set out what I wanted to do and was able to execute it. Not really. I wasn't like planning every pick out before I did the draft, but having an idea beforehand is not a bad strategy. So I was able to hammer receiver early. Do this. So 3.4. 3, 7, 8. Ooh. Beautiful. So let's take a look at this team real quick. As you see, I did a good amount of the big board and the little board and some stuff like that. Probably going to cool off for the rest of the little piece. I'll probably do a few more big boards and then that'll be it for me. Going to do more than I did last year, but not a ton. So looking at things a bit further here, we had JJ. We'll start at the top. Caleb Williams, Drake May, JJ McCarthy. Hopefully they all 3 start from day 1. Aaron Jones, Javonte Williams, Chase Brown, Jonathan Brooks, Roshan Johnson, Elijah Mitchell, Michael Carter, Justin Jefferson, Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, T. Higgins, George Pickens, and then 3 rookie receiver dart throws: Devontae Walker, Jalen McMillan, Jamari Thrash, Brock Bowers, Michael Mayer. That's tight end. So as I said before, like definitely some leaks in this team that feel pretty bad. But the fact that 4 people advance, I feel like I should have enough to get there. Hopefully, we'll only one way to find out. We'll just have to see how the season goes. I'm excited to see if this team makes it through. But I really like the way I did it. It's like if you're going to attack receiver early, you don't want to attack on too much where you're kind of wasting picks. And this feels like a good piece where like I don't feel like I'm wasting picks there. Like I feel like this is a good mixture where like most of my receiver spots are going to get filled by them every week. And then I have them to maybe slip through. But if you tack on like 2 more guys after this point, it's good. But at the same time, you're kind of just like you're kind of eating into your own draft capital where like you could pick that 70th pick and have it be a tight end instead that can help you score points at the other positions. Where if you go too heavy on receiver, you just might be like kind of cannibalizing your own team in a sense, in terms of like your fantasy points. So hopefully that makes some sense. Waller did not go. He might be retiring. I did take some of him, unfortunately, so hopefully he plays. But anyways, fun draft. Biggest board on Underdog. Sick format. Very, very, very fun stuff. 8% rake, not bad at all there. Obviously, we got a long way to go, but that's the whole fun part of this. This is the fun part, man. We just get to enjoy drafting and kind of talk and hang out with some people and draft with your friends, draft alongside other people, listen to content. It's just like a really good time in the space where obviously the season's always a lot of fun too, but like the lead up to the season is also extremely fun. I got a dynasty rookie draft coming up probably here in the next month or 2 after the draft, right? So fun times, but I got to head out. Appreciate you guys hanging out. If you were watching, if you did, let me know what your favorite pick of this draft was in the comments below. Let me know if you've done any drafts yet, or you're going to hold off till Best Ball Mania. But yeah, let me know how you guys are doing. Appreciate your support, and we'll be back at it, and we're back in action. So if you thought I was leaving, I'm not. I'm back. We're going to be attacking again and doing a lot of fun stuff, doing a lot of content, and going to just be recording and having a good time with some friends and drafting as always. So appreciate you guys spending time, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I'll see you guys next time.